Hi, this is Pradeep. Today I'm going to share one participant's recent job experience. She got the job in Big Four recently and got 75% hike on her existing package. Let me give you a little bit background about her current profile. She is qualified chartered accountant and she has other than articleship total 3+ years experience as on domain. Out of that, she has 3 years out of 3 years, 2.5 years on SAP and other 6 months, 7 months on different software that is Tele. And during this SAP 2.5 years, she was involved in different role. Initially, she was there in the core end user role. Then after that, she moved to the analytics, but she was using SAP. And in this period, she was also one core team member for a small rollout project. So this is her background. Then after that, she took the training and she completed the learning process, and after that she faced the interview, and on third interview she got job in Big Four and with a great package. Okay, so let's listen what she's suggesting for you and how you can it will help you for your preparation point of view. Thank you for joining and congratulations for your job.
Thank you, sir.
So I will not stretch. Do you have office today? It's Saturday. Hello.
Yes, we are working today. It's a
Okay.
manufacturing unit,
Okay, okay, okay,
and
okay, okay.
we
No, no
are
issues.
working today.
Okay, so I will not stretch more than 10 minutes. The basically here, why I
No
arrange this
worries.
one. So just like I know your background, but for my viewer, you can tell me like your qualification and your total domain experience first.
Uh,
I just listed
Here,
some
I
questions for
am
you.
a qualified chartered accountant.
Okay.
Okay. I'm a qualified chartered accountant, and I have 3 years of post qualification and 3 years of pre qualification experience in auditing,
No, that article
finance,
that
and accounts.
after article save, other than article
After
save.
articleship, 3.5 years.
3.5 years, the current job where
Uh,
right now you are in this manufacturing unit.
No, current job is 1.5 years,
Hmm.
and before that, I had about 2 years at a consulting firm and a
Mhm.
trust.
Okay, so all are you are considering that is before SAP domain experience.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so recently you are going to join Big Four, so that is great achievement. And like when you are there in domain, so are you using SAP as an application or completely new?
No, at two organizations, I did use SAP as an end user,
Right.
and in one other place, there was Tally.
Okay, so end user experience, how much? What is the duration?
So the end user is about 2.5 years.
So out of 3 years, 2.5 years, SAP end user experience.
Yes,
Okay, with CA qualification.
yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
But of course, the purposes were different. Like initially, for 1.5 1 year when I was a consultant, it was more from a review point,
No, no,
and now in one and a
yeah,
half
that I
years,
got it. Basically, you mostly you are working on reports, so doing analytics, all these things, but
yeah, yeah,
data you are collecting from SAP. So I know you are not plugging the
yes,
data in the system, data not doing the data entry as per your qualification, but
that I'm
basically
doing for since half 1.5 years. Yeah,
1.5 years. So then after that, you are involved in the analytics and decision making, correct?
yes. Hmm.
Yes, even I also started my career in the same way. Fine. Then you started doing your SAP preparation. So how was it? Like how you started? Like from what is the point, first point? Like how you started preparation?
Actually, the trigger point was by my husband. Actually, he's a SAP consultant,
Hmm.
and he's working with Capgemini, and now he's working with a Big Four since I think 4.5 to 5 years in the same field, and he's been a consultant, and he encouraged me
So you should
into
go for SAP
pursuing this as a
consulting.
career.
Okay.
Yeah, he said it is a very good combination and I should think about it. So then I still did have time because of the good work culture at a manufacturing unit. So I could put in a few hours of effort, and I started with Skillstek.
Right.
So my beginning and introduction to SAP was through your organization.
Okay. So no, I'm asking like how you started, like you before joining me, that you before that you started something, you did some initial learning.
Oh, initial learning, as in I used to take interest in his work. Whenever he used to sit with me, I would look into what he was doing, and I was interested in what he was doing. In fact, I could help him a little, not on the IT aspects, but on the financial aspects. I was able to give him solutions and offer some help over there. So on the IT aspects, he could help me better, and then I started getting interest in it. So
Okay.
then I also plan to pursue further.
Okay. Okay. So you completed training and all. Then now coming to interview
Hmm.
preparation. So how it was like what was your
So
approach when you were preparing for interview?
initially, I was not planning to do my certification at all. As you know, we had a discussion during our classes and all that it is not necessary or it is not compulsive.
Hmm.
So I had thought that I will just do the training
Hmm.
and I will initiate my career there. But I did realize that with the background that I have, it was more beneficial if I had the certificate in my hand. So I started doing practice. I mean, I was practicing after my classes. I took up a practice server and I was doing practical training on the lines of what was taught to us in the class. And of course, I got a lot of support and help from my husband. And then I was also preparing for my exams. I gave the exams from the practice papers, given by you. And then slowly I got into the groove of it and I gave the exam first and foremost. And when I appeared for a few places, also they were like, if you had certification, it would be beneficial. So
Having added
then I thought, let
advantage
me do
if
that only.
you.
Yeah, it was adding to my bouquet. So I did the certification first, and then I started applying again to different places. I was also looking at a few videos on what kind of questions are usually asked to beginners about this. And I did face similar questions as were discussed in our classes also, and also they were in the same line with all the videos that I saw for it.
Okay. So before getting this job, like how many interview you faced before this
Mm.
one?
Sir, I faced about 1 to 2 interviews, and actually, Deloitte was a place where I started my articleship. So I had a few friends there,
Okay.
and I came to know that there was a requirement.
Mm-hmm.
So I approached them, and they were more than happy to have me. So
So that that means
it
you are
was
saying
not I.
interview was not that tough for you?
No, it was tough for me because this was the first time that I gave a technical IT level interview for the first time, and I am not very well versed with the terminologies also. So I did feel
Okay.
that it was still tough.
Okay.
But yes, in fact, I did feel that I did badly also for that matter. But
Okay.
they were okay with it since they figured that out that I'm a fresher. But
Uh-huh.
they were ready to take me as a consultant instead of a beginner, considering my experience in chartered accountancy and finance.
So they hired you as associate consultant.
No, they have hired me as a consultant.
Okay, as a consultant. Okay, fine,
Yeah.
great.
So, of course, they did understand that I have taken my training and
Hmm.
I know basics, but I
Hmm.
am not, into in-depth knowledge of it as they all are.
Hmm. Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
they did figure that out from the questioning that if they, dig deeper into things, then I was not able to answer them very well.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So, but initial basic knowledge I was able to give answers.
That means normally what I would say, like as per career path, if you'll do, so you're supposed to join as associate consultant as per your level,
Yes,
but they offer
yes,
you as a consultant. That is the next level.
consultant. Yes,
Consultant.
yes,
So yes,
yes,
so instead of associate consultant, you are like one step ahead. That directly you
yes.
are joining as consultant, and
Yeah.
that maybe your luck or maybe approach or maybe you performed like whatever the questions you answered, maybe that
Hmm.
is fundamentally you are very strong. Maybe technical point of view, they realize like as you never work on the project, so maybe somewhere gap is there, but still on the basis of your qualification, on the basis of your domain, on the basis of that day performance, maybe that is that they consider
That
that.
was one part. Yes,
Mm,
there were two, three things I think that helped me get to the consultant level straight away. One
mm,
was in the place that where I'm working right now, I
okay.
had a rollover project. I was working as an end user, but I was a part of that project integrally. While I was studying BCom.
Yeah, that may be because that is
Yes,
also one project experience. That is
yes, it
also,
is an
yeah, of course,
experience.
yes, project
Although they
experience.
don't consider it, but it is there. And
But it
I
was,
think
but you have mentioned that in your interview.
yes, yes. I did
Ah,
mention that I was doing a rollout project at my place.
okay.
And
So that, yeah, that is why you think that they have not considered it?
because they feel that I am on the end user side, that's why.
Okay, okay, okay.
Huh. Because I'm working for a manufacturing unit, they consider it as an end user experience rather than a consulting experience.
Maybe core user experience, what you are saying,
Huh.
core
Yes,
user
but
experience.
they were happy to know because of my training with Skillstek and all, I was able to answer basic questions which they were asking me regarding.
But this is a like exception. Normally, candidates, I mean, participants used to start with associate consultant. Even,
Yes, yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. So even qualified CMAs also I've seen. But I don't know, like what happened. Maybe there is a requirement which exactly feel like what you are offering and what the skill you have and what they are looking. Maybe I don't know. But this is a really great
I
achievement.
think it is given also that as a chartered accountant, when you begin, you
Hmm.
are not as well equipped technically as you should be
Hmm. Hmm,
if you
hmm.
were a IT personnel from the beginning. And they are okay with it because I believe there is a dearth in that particular genre of IT where you need a combination of IT and CA.
No, that is, but CA Institute also, they are, our institute is also giving placement. Those are getting the campus placement even directly on SAP with the different companies like Infosys or CMM5 companies. They are getting the job as associate consultant, but they don't have any experience. They don't have any domain experience. They are just uh,
Yeah,
qualified
I would
members.
take it as a sheer luck that I got this project when I
Anyway,
joined this
success,
organization.
yes,
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 absolutely.
success at any
It
like
did
any
work.
role. So yeah, so whatever. But so have you faced any challenges during your initial two interviews where you like they rejected or you rejected them? I mean, package and because of
No,
that.
I they rejected me because one was they felt I was asking for unreasonable amount,
Okay.
and another was they felt I was naturally in the first two interviews I was very nervous, and
Mm-hmm.
in fact I froze in one of them. I was completely blank. I could not remember a thing of what I had read.
Mm-hmm.
But slowly, I came over my fear and I was able to answer. Still, I was not very satisfied with the kind of answers I gave, but it was showing that I'm inexperienced in it. But I could answer basics. It was like that.
Okay, so this was third interview, and
Yeah.
okay, another question. Like a lot of people, they are thinking you need to answer this one from a student point of view. Okay.
Hmm.
When you are preparing, you are giving how much importance to hands-on, means practice as well as theory.
Honestly speaking, I feel that practice is very, very important because the minute you start losing that, you start forgetting C code first and foremost. You start forgetting how you never basically forget what you learn. You know where to go from where, but what happens is like if I'm on a break for 10 days, I will stop remembering the T codes that I don't use frequently. Basics of theory is very important from the aspect of certification, and yes, of course it does clear your history and background about SAP, but I think they both equally hold their own places
Okay, so
in
how much
the
percentage you
relevant.
will give if you will allocate your time, preparation point of
Huh.
view? How much percentage you will give through theory? When theory means business process and system involvement. How much percentage you will give?
As
How you will
in
allocate?
preparation of a blueprint or
When
like
you are
preparing for a
preparing.
certification.
No, certification, we know it is 100% theory. So
हाँ
my
हाँ
question is not related to certification.
हम्म.
Interview point of view, project point of view, when you are working actually in the system.
In the interviews, what I saw is that
Mm,
they ask a lot about practical knowledge, as in they want to know a lot about your basic knowledge of company codes, your basic knowledge of profit centers, controlling area. Okay, then how much do you weigh at costing and asset accounting? They
mm,
want to know how much you are able to configure, how much you know in depth. Again, it is an ocean, so what happens is you cannot be gauged on the fact that कितना आपको आता है, because वो एक तो expertise पे भी होता है और दूसरा ये भी है कि we tend to remember fewer things than what we actually know when you're facing a challenge of an interview.
mm,
You're in that pressure, so maybe you know about it, but when somebody asks you, you forget about it.
mm.
So
That
that does
normally happens.
happen. Yeah, but I think your ground levels do get cleared with theory, and when you start working on it practically, you understand what is going from where to where
Right.
and
So that
how
means
things are happening.
if I would say let's say 30-70, 30% on conceptual, 70% on system, is that
No, no, conceptual is 50% for sure.
50% conceptual, 50% system?
Yes, because if your concepts are not going to be clear, you're not going to be able to configure only, for that matter.
Okay, so that means you are giving equal weightage to concepts, business process, as well
Absolutely,
as and
absolutely.
system also.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. So
In
anything
fact, in
from
the interviews, they want you to basically know conceptual clarity. That is the
conceptual
first and
clarity,
foremost. Yes,
how
absolutely.
much you are logically you are good or you are strong.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
And of course, then they try to find out how much practically you have done. They
Hmm.
come to know how much hands-on you've had earlier by
Okay.
asking you about practical stuff.
Different
Otherwise,
questions.
they want to know conceptual clarity is what they want to know usually.
Okay. So that means whatever you are going to do in the system, before that you should know fundamentally all the things conceptually
Yeah.
and logic also. Logically you should know also.
Yes, 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 absolutely.
So anything you want to guide, if you are going to guide someone is, let's
Hmm.
say, looking the career here on this, because nowadays everyone is saying like there is no jobs and all these things, but still like recently if you'll see 2-3 our participants recently got the job. So if you are going to guide someone, then what will be your like आप कैसे बोलोगे
Uh,
किसी को क्या प्रिपरेशन कैसे करना चाहिए?
अगर मेरे को ये मालूम है कि उनका
हम्म
बैकग्राउंड क्या है प्रोफेशनली,
हम्म
इफ दे आर नॉट आईटी बैकग्राउंड, आई विल 120%
आईटी
रिकमेंड
आईटी
देम टू
बैकग्राउंड
गो
तो
टू
होगा ही,
क्लासेस.
आईटी
हाँ,
बैकग्राउंड तो
नहीं,
होगा ही
मेरा
नहीं,
आईटी बैकग्राउंड नहीं है. हाँ,
वो किसी
जैसे
का भी नहीं होगा.
तो
समवन जब समवन
हाँ,
इज गोइंग फॉर फंक्शनल कंसल्टेंट, तो वो देयर
करेक्ट.
बैकग्राउंड विल बी फ्रॉम द डोमेन ओनली.
Right. So at that time, my first and foremost step would be to, ask them to join a class where they learn basics of SAP, wherein, you know, uh, of course, you can swim through it later on, but at the first step, you are going
You
to
have
need a
to
teacher.
you, I mean from you have to learn properly. Without
You
learning
have to
something,
learn. Yeah.
without half knowledge you should not go. That is first thing.
No, no, no. Without basic training, it is not possible to get into this,
Okay,
for sure.
next
Hmm.
one, next question, lot of people thinking, I'm
Hmm.
not considering CAs in this criteria, because when a work qualified CA is coming, already they have completed articleship, and definitely directly indirectly your articleship is going to help for this.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Hmm. Hmm.
when you are there in the audit, so you have already explored a lot of business process. You already spoke with so many business users during audit.
Hmm.
Okay, so we know that when you are doing the asset audit, so many things, so many accounting standards are applicable. So those people, I'm not. Let's say someone is just completed MBA, okay, some
Hmm.
XYZ college company, no job experience, no domain experience.
Hmm. Hmm.
But they should go for SAP or they don't?
Of course, they can go for SAP because
No,
of
no.
the dirt.
I think you are not getting my point. So let's say
Huh,
someone just completed MBA, no work
right.
experience, no domain experience.
Correct. Huh.
Then they should go for consulting or no?
They can go for consulting. There is no problem. But only fact that I understand as a professional right now, at least this is my viewpoint, that you should be at least well equipped with either of the two things. This is a combination work. Meaning, you are being a functional consultant, you have to have knowledge of finance or purchase or
That is
sales.
what that is
That
what
is
I'm asking.
basic. Yeah.
Domain. That
So
means
if you
someone should
don't
have
have
domain experience.
basic, that is basic. If you do not have that, then you should at least have IT background. Then
IT,
either of the two
IT,
has to be there.
IT background means
Meaning, you should be aware of IT practices and how IT works. If you do
that
not know
means
about the
you are trying to
functional
say
aspect,
someone is coming from other module like other SAP consultant, let's say ABAP or
not
something.
SAP only, but yes, but a software engineer, say, or an MCA for that matter, who is aware of the technology in some or the other way.
But
For them also,
MCA,
it is possible.
but MCA when you are saying they don't have the finance knowledge, they don't have the domain experience.
They have the basic finance knowledge of class 12 at least because they are coming from a commerce background. So basic debit credit is something that a commerce background student would know. So their line becomes finance, or their line does become finance, but it is basic for the accounting aspect, and they do have IT knowledge. So it is a good line for them. They can always explore and learn more.
Okay, so IT with domain,
Yeah.
at least whatever required domain. But
Yes.
normally companies when they are considering, they
Hmm.
looking domain experience first. Then after that,
Mhm.
like a good knowledge, at least manageable knowledge on the SAP point of view. Whatever they are
That is
required, that is
that I
required.
also faced even in this particular Big Four interview, which
Hmm.
I cracked. They were very concerned about my CA experience. They
That's what.
wanted to know,
That's what.
yeah, they
Domain.
wanted to know how strong I am on my finances. For sure, that does work. If you do not have a strong IT background, they look for this, the functional aspect. If you have strong IT background, they are okay with not having a little less of functional. Either of the two has to be strong.
Something should be there having good
Ha.
weightage. If you are
Yes, yes.
like in your case, let's say you are qualified CA, 3 years of domain
Yes.
experience, out of that 2.5 years user experience plus one
Hmm.
rollout experience, whether they're like they accept it or they will not accept it, but all experience are going to contribute something in the interview.
Absolutely.
It's a yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like my husband, he is an MCOM,
Hmm.
but he is more well equipped with functional usage of SAP. He's more well equipped with that rather than the accounting aspects of it. That is his stronger point, right? So for me, IT
IT
is
side.
not my strong point, but my finance is strong. It's
Strong.
like that.
Okay. So okay. I got point why you are giving weightage to the IT person, but
Yeah.
okay, now I
I
got
mean,
it.
even my sister is there. She's
Hmm.
an MCA. And
Hmm.
so for her, software understanding is there. How things work at the back end, the technical language aspects of it. She's well equipped with that. But
Obviously,
again,
yeah.
the finance, she is not. So this is also a combination that they look for. They are okay with it if they get it. Because जब हम जाते हैं मार्केट में
Hmm.
पर हमें आईटी नहीं आता है तो वो भी एक इशू है उनके लिए.
हाँ, पहले में तो सीए को कंप्यूटर चलाना भी नहीं आता था, तो
हाँ.
सिर्फ ऑडिट ऑडिट वाउचर ऑडिट करके आ जाते थे, बट दैट वाज पास्ट। अभी तो वैसा नहीं है।
Yeah, yeah.
ओके, चलो, गुड गुड। सो एनीथिंग एल्स यू वांट टू ऐड for the new
Nothing
people,
much as such.
for new people, because
For
a
new
lot of
people, yes, there are stages which we go through when we sit to learn.
hmm,
First is you are very surprised with the magic that is happening on screen,
hmm.
okay? Because you are not starting to put your hands into it. Once you start putting your hands into it, there is a lot of fear that comes with it. अगर मैंने ये किया तो एरर आ गया तो वो वाला जो फीलिंग होता है वो बहुत ज्यादा ऑब्वियस है बट once you start playing with it you get a hang over it and it is very nice to experience. In fact, I thoroughly enjoyed my 3 to 4 months of training with Skillstek.
So that means
I
you are
have
saying you love SAP, then SAP will start loving you.
absolute. You have to become friends with the child that you're playing with. Only then you start, handling it well.
Okay, so right. Like my what I'm trying to ask, like your guy, you got in one position, so you know
Yes,
what the do's and don'ts. So that's why just think
yes.
from a new participant what you will guide. So these are the points, or anything else you want to add?
See,
Something like
when
you experience, आपको लगता है ये मैं कर लेता तो अच्छा होता, शायद और कुछ अच्छा हो जाता, something ऐसा कुछ.
for me, I had exceptional help from my husband. Okay, and I had a lot of support.
Hmm.
With me,
Hmm.
my other cousins had also started taking this training. Okay,
Hmm. Hmm.
and at some or the other stage, they stopped.
Hmm.
They
Hmm.
did not.
Ritika, your voice lost. Hello.
So they got back to what they were doing because
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
fear while they are practicing. Okay,
Continuity. That is
and there are lots of
that
lot of
happens with a
things
lot of
happening.
people. That happens with a lot of people. What they are doing, like they started doing something, then after that, lack of patience. Let's say phase two interviews. Then see, someone is coming from CA having added background advantage. So obviously, वो रहेगा ही
So you're
रहेगा.
not audible.
My even are you not getting my voice?
Hello?
Hello.
So you're not audible.
I think it's something now.
Hello? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, tell me.
Now you can hear me, right?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
What you are saying that like some people they dropped. Normally क्या होता है? Normally people everyone is attracted towards SAP. हाँ, अच्छा है कैरियर अच्छा होगा कर लेते हैं.
हाँ हाँ
फिर नेक्स्ट दे लर्न समथिंग एनी हाउ. क्योंकि
हम्म,
जैसे सीए में क्या होता है, जैसे आप अटेम्प्ट दे रहे हो, फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट आपने दिया, सेकंड नहीं हुआ, सेकंड अटेम्प्ट में क्या होता है, थोड़ा सा मोमेंटम कम हो जाता है. जब हम
हाँ
हाँ जब हम उसको जाते हैं कि बुक ओपन करते सब तो पढ़ लिया है और क्या करूँ, क्या प्रिपरेशन करूँ, पिछली बार तो कर दिया था, तो हमें
हाँ
लगता है कि हमें आता है. ओके वी नो
हम्म,
एवरीथिंग. देन फिर हम बैठते हैं, नवंबर चलता रहता है. सो सेम थिंग हैपेंस टू एसएपी आल्सो और एनी आईटी जॉब आल्सो. नॉर्मली क्या होता है, जिसमें आईटी में समवन इज कमिंग फ्रॉम अदर बैकग्राउंड, नॉन आईटी पर्सन, सो दे थिंक दैट if I will learn this much, like lot of people they are asking, give me the important questions. Important question
yeah,
क्या, कोई यूनिवर्सिटी सिलेबस थोड़ी जो important क्वेश्चन बता देंगे, राइट?
right.
इंटरव्यू तो कुछ भी पूछ सकता है. तो इसलिए
हाँ
देर इज नथिंग कॉल्ड इंटरव्यू. द इम्पोर्टेंट किस प्रोजेक्ट में हो सकता है आपको ज्यादा असेट के ऊपर काम मिला है, नेक्स्ट प्रोजेक्ट में आपको हो सकता है कॉस्टिंग पे काम मिलेगा. तो इसलिए देर इज नथिंग कॉल्ड एज इंपॉर्टेंट और लेस इंपॉर्टेंट, एवरीथिंग इज इंपॉर्टेंट एज पर द रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ द क्लाइंट.
correct, correct.
एंड सेकेंड थिंग क्या होता है, एक दो इंटरव्यू दिया, नहीं हुआ, चलो छोड़ो, वापस चलते हैं अपने पुराने जॉब में.
Exactly. And in fact, the people who started with me, actually, in my family,
Hmm.
of them, I'm the only one who's reached the place where I started a job with it.
So that is why they don't put the
Yeah,
consistency. They have to go for the process. जो process है वो process रहेगा, वो किसी के लिए exception नहीं है. तो
किसी के
अगर
लिए
if you
exception नहीं।
if you'll go for these exceptions, then only it will you will reach the end. उसके बीच में ups down रहेंगे. Then someday you will win, someday you are going to lose, but you have to do. Then someday you are going. And it is not only with SAP. You take anything. You take anything. The
Anything. For that matter, persistence is something
is
that
required.
it
So
is a package deal. Yeah,
yes,
it is a package deal.
someday you are going to win, someday you are going to lose.
Yes.
And you don't think like you joined as a consultant, your struggle is going to over. No, every project is struggle. Every project client is going to put something new. When today you are going to one technology there, tomorrow is something new. When I started my career at that time, it was 4.7. Now it is central finance. So keep on
Yeah.
changing, keep on changing. So
Yeah.
that attitude, that approach or attitude should be there. Then only success will be there.
Yes,
But yes,
basically, you need to come with a very open mind and you have to be very strong willed and persistent to go about it. It is not only a walk on, a cakewalk, but you have to also, take the tough days also, and you have to be positive about it. Take that push, that extra push that is required on the tough days. But I am very sure that once I join, also, I'm going to have a tough 3 months
I know,
because I'll have to get the
I
hang
know.
of it.
Yes,
And
I know that
in
will be
fact,
there
my
only.
my husband still has tough days. He's in this line since 5 years, but he comes with a new requirement on daily basis. So कुछ ना कुछ नया तो आता ही है, and you have to learn to swim on it.
That's it.
Challenge will be there because every
Yeah.
client is new and their requirement is unique. आप ये नहीं कह सकते कि I completed 3 projects on 4th project I know everything. Maybe
I know everything. That is not possible at all.
30% आपको आता है क्योंकि कुछ कॉमन
Mhm.
होगा कुछ नया उसमें होगा तो that will be there. So challenge will be there. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, Rudrika. Thank you so much.
Yes.
As it
Thank
is a
you.
working
Thank
day
you,
for
sir.
you and you give the time and you guided the new people. And I hope all the best in future. And whenever you need, of course, I know like when you will join the project, you have lots of queries. You will come to me. So
Yes.
this is normally happen like
Absolutely.
so people when joining so like
I
so they
practically treat you like a ready reckoner, sir.
so no, it happened. It's happened. Initial 3 4 months. This will happen because you need some time to settle. Of course, your husband is there. You have some support, but normally it happen. Like initially you need some because suddenly क्या होता है कि जब हम प्रोजेक्ट में जाते हैं जैसे किसी ने वॉर जोन में छोड़ दिया
Ha! You don't have to fight. You have a sword in your hand. That's
तो
it.
पहले तो हमने अपने उसमें प्रैक्टिस किया था अभी तो रियल वर्क में बैठ गए अब तो रियल क्लाइंट्स हैं अब तो इन्हीं से बात करना पड़ेगा और क्या होता है कि बहुत सारे जैसे टर्म्स होते हैं वो होता कुछ नहीं है बट वो प्रिटेंड किया जाता है कि वो बहुत कुछ है तो वो मुझे थोड़ा सा पैनिक करता है तो डेफिनेटली यू नीड सपोर्ट सो देयर इज नो इशू इट हैपेंस टू एवरीवन